to just pop on here today to talk about the embarrassment of self-care. So we talk a lot about self-care. A lot of people, it seems like it's like a hot topic, people talking about self-care and the issues that come up around not taking care of ourselves, the excuses that come up around not taking care of ourselves. And hello, anyone who's watching, go ahead and just put your name below. Go ahead and give me some likes, some loves if you understand or you resonate with anything that I'm sharing here. So we talk about self-care, and the issues that often come up are, I don't have enough time. There's not enough time in the day. There's too much going on, and I don't have time for it. But one of the things that we don't hear talked about very much is the embarrassment of self-care. What happens when we do take care of ourselves? What happens, the judgment that comes up, those judging voices, and specifically around being embarrassed. So yesterday, I took Aspen, my son, to the beach in the morning, and my intention was to do my yoga practice there. I'm doing this Kundalini Yoga practice, and if you're not familiar with Kundalini, it's not like the regular asana poses. It's usually some sort of weird sort of movement. So I was doing things like this and, chanting, and just, it's different, right? And it often can get attention. And I was looking around, and there's, more people there than normal because it's a Sunday and it was a beautiful day. And I was just talking to this mom who was like right there. I'm like, you know what? This is the moment. This is the moment that I have for my practice. I'm not going to do it today if I don't do it right now. So I'm either going to do it and kind of bite the bullet and deal with the fact that people are going to be looking at me as I'm like, God, or I'm not going to do it that day. So I needed to make that choice. And I'm like, screw it. I'm doing it. I'm doing my practice. So I did it. It's like 15 minutes of my life, and I'm doing it. And I felt so good that I did. And I was thinking about that. And I was thinking about all those moments where we're not showing up for ourselves. And specifically, we can talk about like in public, those ways that we're not showing up for ourselves because of the fear that someone is going to look at us and think that we're doing something strange. I think my family just pulled in. Oh no. I think I'm okay. So for example, maybe you're at the gym and you have these different types of exercises that you're supposed to do for PT, right? PT for your knee. And they're a little bit different than the normal exercises people do at the gym. And you don't do them because you're embarrassed you're going to look a little weird, right? And then you go home and you don't do it because that was the moment, right? And then not only does this show up the embarrassment of self-care around people that we don't know, it can show up around people that we are our family. Like taking care of yourself, different food choices that you may make, and feeling embarrassed that you're eating something that other people aren't, eating in your family. Or, for example, taking time for yourself, going for a walk, saying, I need space, can we please be quiet? All these little moments of time for self-care that are out of the normal in your family, and you're still doing it, right? You're still saying, okay, I'm probably going to be judged. I may be judged. I feel a little bit embarrassed by this, but I'm going to do it anyways. It reminds me when I was in this baby mama group, and we met at different people's homes, and Aspen was like not even maybe one. Every kids were like one or two. And a mother did a practice, led a practice. And I don't know, I think maybe I was leading us doing something kind of like, wow, or doing some sort of chanting or something kind of loud and funny, I guess. And one of the mothers like, oh my gosh, what are our kids going to think? And I'm like, they're one. They're not going to be like, this is their norm, right? This can be the norm that they're seeing. Their mom's taking care of themselves, doing something different. But it's just the projection. It's the mother's projection on the child that they're embarrassed, right? It's not really the child. It's just, the projection that they're doing something that feels a little uncomfortable and they're not going to do it, right? So with our kids, we may do things that are different. We may take new and different self-care actions. And we just have to be like, well, this is what mama does because she wants, to feel good in her body, or she wants to feel good about herself, or she wants to feel more relaxed. So it's just noticing it's that there could be something inside that's keeping you from taking care of yourself because of some judgment or embarrassment. And this is really the opportunity. So what do we do with that, right? So this is the opportunity to get really, really slow and really quiet and listening to those voices. So you may have something, from a younger age that people made fun of you or embarrassed you. And when we feel embarrassed at a young age and that stays with us, we want to conform to what everyone is doing around us as to not have any attention on us, right? And that's valid. Like, we all want to feel like we belong. We all want to feel like we're part of a tribe. That's like a primal instinct. But how can we speak to that part of ourselves? How can we let that part of ourselves know that it is still safe for us to take the action? It can be something it can be stretching after you did a run and putting your legs up on something and people are walking by and you may feel embarrassed to do it, but you do it anyways. And you tell yourself, no, this is okay. I'm safe to do this. I'm taking care of myself. And really looking at, like, you are in control here. You get to make the decision, right? You get to make the decision on what's most important. Is it more important for you to take care of yourself in that moment, whatever that means to you? Self-care shows up differently every single second, like the Amazon guy that was trying to get me to pay attention to him over there, and I didn't because I'm taking care of myself and speaking to you guys. Right? So we're just looking at these moments and deciding what is the most important. And sometimes it may be that the self-care action is to stop doing what you're doing because it feels so uncomfortable that you are going to stop, right? So sometimes that could be the case. So I'd love to hear from you. I'd love to hear if you're willing to share any moments that you have had around being embarrassed around doing self-care actions. I'd love to hear from you all. So go ahead and just put it in the comments below. And if you have, any questions about it, go ahead and put those in. I'm always looking at the comments even afterwards. Let me make sure no one commented. I don't think so. Ooh, I think I just turned myself. Anyways, I'm sending you all, let's see. I am sending you all so much love and have a great day. And if this was helpful, please let me know.